Event organisers and venue operators are expected to track waste and carbon emissions by next year. That's among the targets in a new roadmap on greening the meetings, incentives, conventions and exhibitions, or the MICE sector. As Michelle Teo reports, meeting such standards could mean having a competitive edge.
Below this iconic hotel along Singapore's skyline is an underground city. Here, waste is sorted from cardboard boxes to leftover food trimmings for recycling. Even with these initiatives, event organisers aren't always sure if their efforts are green enough.
The challenge that we're still having today is that there are different standards around the world, and we are dependent on many of our suppliers as organisers. So it requires lots of dialogue with suppliers.
But that's why the Singapore Tourism Board is developing a set of standards. These can then be applied across venue operators and event organisers. The first step is to track the amount of food waste and carbon emissions.
Today we are not certain of the baseline. 2023 is where we start to measure baseline across industry where possible. Ideally have some sort of a calculator where we know by event delegate how much waste you are contributing. So that would be very useful as a very easy tool to use in terms of calculation.
I urge everyone
These requirements are not mandatory, but those that do comply may have an advantage over those who don't. Compliance could mean attracting larger international clients who are putting environmental considerations at the forefront.
The international organizer, when they come in and you start talking, is always about sustainability. Can you tell me how sustainable are you? So these are things that are in the making. Of course, there are investments to be made. There's no two way about it. But the investment in the longer run, I think, will still be worthwhile.
By 2025, all 6 purpose-built MICE avenues like the Singapore Expo and Changi Exhibition Centre are expected to receive national or international certification on their sustainability metrics. It will make such venues more appealing to event organisers and help boost the MICE sector.
With this sustainability roadmap, Singapore's business events industry will strive to become the Asia-Pacific's leading sustainable business event destination by 2030 and aim to reach net zero emissions by 2050.
Mr. Tan adds that business events contributed strongly to the tourism sector's recovery. Over 4.5 million tourists and business travellers visited Singapore in the first 10 months of this year, which is about 40% of pre-COVID levels.